Well, good evening. Welcome to Old Trafford. Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur, third game of the season. Following on a bad defeat at Brighton, we need to win tonight, and we need to win convincingly. And Mourinho has to put out a team that's going to do the job. Really, we've been reeling all week from Manchester United's defeat at Brighton 3-2. I mean, the first half was very bad, where we conceded 3 goals and never really looked like scoring, except for one occasion where Lukaku did actually find the back of the net. But in the second half, arguably, was even worse, because they came out with the wrong attitude, wrong intentions altogether, and what's happened was that Brighton really couldn't believe their eyes. Manchester United put no pressure on them at all. They had very, very little pressure on the goal throughout the final 45 minutes, and in the end we were restricted to one injury time penalty from Paul Pogba and one shot that Pogba had earlier on, and that was a total sum effort of the second half. The statistics are already showing that we've spent less time in the final third of the field than any other team in the Premier League, which is a damning record for Mourinho to have. And he's been harassed and harangued all week by the press and others, not having too much to say in his own defence. So he has to pick a team tonight that's going to go out and do the job. What the final lineup is, I'm not sure at the moment. But United have to come out and take the game to Tottenham, who are an excellent team. They've won both their opening games, although in fairness, they don't have a good record at Old Trafford. Now, the last time they were here, they lost 1-0. I think also the previous time. Either time, they could have got at least a point, maybe even one. They obviously got big, dangerous players in Harry Kane and Dele Alli and Eriksen, and they are really a threat to United and to even finish above them in the league this season. Already people are writing United off as a top 4 team, at the very best 4th, and maybe even lower than that, would of course mean not qualifying for the Champions League the following season, and for Mourinho that would be a complete disaster. He's tried to fend off all suggestions of a rift with Ed Woodward, the chief executive, who didn't supply him, he says, with the players that he wanted to start the season. He's a couple of players short, he says. But in fairness to him, he's now only, after 2 weeks of the season, got the team together, or the squad together he wants, with people returning from the World Cup duties, finding their full fitness, recovering from injuries. And if Matic plays tonight and Lingard, there'll be 2 extra players that they've got in the lineup to give some push forward. We really have been struggling to get goals. I mean, of the 3 goals that they've got already, 2 have been penalties and 1 was scored by a fullback. So we need to get going and get some more goals as quick as possible. It's going to be difficult. The really big problem is how they're going to play, as well as the result. Manchester United are traditionally known for playing open attacking football. If Tottenham were to score early on, it's going to cause us a real problem, although in a way it could be a good problem. We have to come out and try and show what we've got, which of course we didn't do last week. But if United score first, there's the old Mourinho way of playing defensively, try to hold out and pinch a second goal and win, say, 2-0 or 2-1 with a breakaway. The really difficult thing will be if it gets to the middle of the second half and we've still shown no strong attacking intent, and also the defensive part of the game needs to be tightened up as well. With even David De Gea, his record apparently recently is that he's conceded 10 goals from the last 14 shots at the goal, so that's not really a good record even for him. The defence was poor last week, the midfield never really got going. Fred made a bad mistake to allow the ball to be lost for what turned out to be the 3rd and decisive goal, and even Luke Shaw, although he played very well, he will be under pressure as well, perhaps tonight, from Ashley Young. And if Valencia is fit, he may return as well. They may have a similar team to what I had last season, but with Fred obviously taking his midfield berth. So we'll just see how it goes. Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur, and let's hope it's a better performance and the right result tonight.
Thanks, Lew.